fourth place, right? And I think there's no doubt that squad is important. But when I look at Arsenal and I hear their technical director talking about squad, I would get really upset if I was an Arsenal fan. I'm not going to lie, because your first XI isn't even complete yet, in my opinion. No salt, no banter, real talk. I think Arsenal's first XI isn't even complete yet, right? You signed the Japanese lad. Great, props. He seems like a good player, but I can't comment on a player I haven't watched, seen, or even analyzed in terms of statistics and player profile, right? So I don't know anything about him. Tavares, Lukonga, I don't know if they go straight into your team. I assume while Thomas Partey's injured, Lukonga goes into that sort of DM role. And when Partey comes back, y'all are either going to play a double pivot with Lukonga and Partey, or one of them is going to have to be on the bench. So that doesn't really solve anything. And even if you do play a double pivot, is that really improving your team, or is that taking away from the creativity going forward? Because you can't just be relying on Odegaard in the 10 or Smith Rowe in the 10 and then a flat front three, right? Because that hasn't worked for you guys based on the evidence of the last few months, not just your first 3 games in the Premier League, but even the back end of last season. So your midfield is a little bit wonky at the moment. Giving Xhaka a new contract, not the best decision. And that contradicts everything that Edu's talking about in this interview. Because if you guys were really serious about building for the future, first of all, you wouldn't have loaned out Bellerin. You would have sold him or terminated his contract. Well done on getting rid of Willian. Well done on getting rid of David Luiz. Although I think Willian walked away. I think you guys did offer Willian a contract and he walked away, right? He walked away from it. Like, stop offering these big contracts to these players that are not serving your club. That's how you build for the future. That's how you rebuild, right? Xhaka needs to leave. He needs to leave, right? When you keep